All right, well, welcome back to Three Dar Ranch. Haven't been up here in 2 weeks and finally got back up here on Friday. I was getting antsy, kind of excited to get up here and get to work. I hope, a really cool addition to the workshop. I built a double barrel stove right here. Got really excited. I saw this on another great homestead channel on YouTube. It's Red Poppy Ranch. You should go check them out. But got that built, cut a hole in it tonight for the flue. We're gonna do a fire in it to burn the paint off and stuff and get it ready. Hoping to start getting a lot more videos done. I want to try to build this channel a little bit and got to make content if you're gonna do that. So this weekend while I'm up here, I'm gonna get quite a few videos done of the work we're on and what's been done. Looks quite a bit different from the last time that we saw you. So I'm gonna get started on this. I'm gonna build a fire in here and take the propane torch and burn the outside and get it ready before it gets too dark. And I will restart this video a little later on, and maybe we'll do an inside tour tonight so you can see how much we've gotten done in the last month. So. So I finished last night and this morning burning all of the last of the paint off of the double barrel stove. I like the way that turns out. When the paint's burned off of there, it's going to get a nice little rust and kind of an antique color and stuff on it. It'll be real nice. The kid has been busy this morning already chopping wood and stacking it inside here for us so that we'll have plenty for burning on that. Unfortunately, the bad part is that the flue is right here for the fire, for the stove, and I managed to stack all of the laminate flooring directly underneath that. So tonight, some point today or tonight, I'm gonna have to move 70 of those things because I'm kind of excited to get that thing hooked up. I'm really want to get that thing going and see what it'll do in here tonight once it gets cold. We cleaned the shop out last weekend and it is already a mess, and I've only been here for a couple hours. Most of this luckily is trash, so it's going to go pretty quick. We'll make a trip to the dump today or tomorrow, so before we leave, get rid of that. So I'm going to take a break from working on the hallway. I'm letting some drywall mud dry, and I picked up the flue material that I needed for the stove out here in the garage. And so what I want to do is see if I've got enough, because I'm going to have to put a small offset in it to make it line up and be the way I wanted it. In case any of you noticed, I was in a hurry when I cut this hole Friday night when we got here because I was super excited, and I measured once and cut once, and as you can imagine, it's in the wrong spot. So I can just patch that, no big deal. Cut the hole where I wanted it to. It's really on the correct side for where the flue is in the ceiling, but I want to I didn't want to put any offsets in it, but I'm gonna have to in order to make it function better. Right now the top hole is directly above the bottom hole, so all the heat goes straight up rather than circulating through the second tank, the upper tank, and getting it even warmer. So no big deal. We'll just put a little piece of sheet metal on there and seal it up. It'll be fine. So I'm gonna make sure that I've got enough flue material before the Ace Hardware closes tonight while that mud's drying, and try to decide where I want to put all this flooring. Wherever I put it, it's going to stay for a while, so I don't want to move it again. I've already moved it, I think, like 3 times, and in all honesty, I'm getting kind of tired of moving it. So Good morning. Welcome back to Three Door Ranch. Back up here for the weekend. Gonna keep working on the kitchen and the hallway. We have all of our cabinets. Whoops, sorry. We have all of our cabinets to put together. We're gonna do that out here in the garage this morning. And so we're gonna take advantage of our new stove. And so what I did is I brought my thermometer out here. We're gonna figure out a baseline temperature out here in the garage. I think it's probably around 20 or so this morning. But we're gonna get a temperature going right here. Set that right over here. That'll get acclimated pretty fast. We're gonna get the temperature going and we're gonna fire up the stove and figure out what we can do in here about keeping it a little bit warmer for us working. So I'm gonna get a fire started here in a second and we'll see how it goes. So the garage, of course, is a mess again. Kind of unloaded everything last night, got it in here off the trailer. But I'm gonna get this fire started and we'll clean up a little bit and push everything around and set up a nice work surface, a nice flat work surface for us to put the boxes together. We should easily have all the cabinets put together today. I replaced the sheet metal that was behind the old stove up against the insulation with some drywall. That'll do a much better job of keeping that plastic from melting. It should be fine the way it is now. Eventually I may cover that a little bit better, but it'll get us through for today. And it's showing the current temperature, yeah, right about 20, maybe 21 degrees right now in here. So I'm gonna let the tank heat up a little bit and then put the fan on it, try to blow the air around, and we'll see how we can do in here. Okay, well, we got through a ton of work today. Got pretty much all of the kitchen cabinets put together. One of them was a little beat up, so we'll see how it turns out once we get it kind of in place and see if we want to end up replacing it. The nice thing is the boxes on these IKEA cabinets are pretty inexpensive and they're fairly easy to replace. So shouldn't be that big a deal. But we got all of them together. All of these ones down here, 1, 2, 3, plus that one in the corner is actually together. And then we got a big stack in here. All these cabinets are all put together. So, and then we also got the headboard right there for the kids' bed. So that's done. We can put that in here when I get some help to carry it back. So we fired up the stove today. And when I came in here this morning, it was 20 degrees. And so we fired it up and never put like a big fire, just a moderately sized fire. Big fires, a lot of heat, too much flame is what will destroy these barrels really fast. It just breaks the metal down. It causes it to just fall apart. So we put pretty moderately sized fire in there. Within about 30 or 40 minutes, it was up to about 30 degrees. And then at one point we had it up to almost 50, probably after about an hour and a half or so. So after that, we just kept a little fire going in there for the next couple hours while we worked. And it was fantastic. Put a fan on there to kind of blow it around here. And pretty soon I was down just like I am now. I was down to a t-shirt, got rid of my beanie with my beanie hair. But it was perfect. It was really awesome. Still working on cleaning stuff up. I'm gonna do a little bit of stuff out here tonight. I'm getting kind of worn out. Did a bunch of little things in the house. I'll show you those tomorrow or tonight if we do a wrap-up video. I want to really do a tour of what's been done on the inside. Little things, replace that because the switch was bad, the pull chain was bad in the old fixture, and so I was just screwing it in and unscrewing it and got kind of tired of burning my fingers on it. So those things are only like $6, so I went ahead and replaced that. Eventually I'm I'll wire that down to a switch like it should be, and then run it back up. I'll probably put a couple of light fixtures in there. That's about it. I'm gonna just, as usual, I'm going to just put stuff away in here, try to get as much stuff put away. Trying to start filling up all these shelves and cubby holes, get everything off of the floor, get everything off of the countertops. Just trying to make it nice. And then I'll do a little bit of update tomorrow. We're gonna tear all the kitchen cabinets out tomorrow. That'll be a big step for us. We've kind of waited as long as possible just so that we would still have a kitchen, a functional kitchen, sink, countertop, stove, things like that. So, but we'll tear that out and take all that stuff to the landfill, and probably a bunch of just miscellaneous tasks tomorrow, get through that. And I think we're getting pretty close. What's left?